another note of talking about Soldier Boy shutting down
Shut him
um,
down. Shut him down.
shutting down
Shut him down.
the
Shut him
internet for
down.
a
Shut
couple of
him
years.
down.
We're going to
Shut
turn
him
to
down.
Trump
Shut him
shut
down. Shut
down
him down.
33
Shut him down.
days of the government shutdown, and I don't know if there's an end in sight.
Who wants to jack up Trump? I know people want to do more than that to him, but who just wants to grab him by his shirt collar and shake the hell out of him
Me.
and just do something to him that I can't say because they probably come after me because I don't have any warrants, but I don't need any either.
Right, we
But
don't need that.
man, this arrogant dude says he knows where people are coming from. He never had a job in his life, but he knows what people are going through on their day-to-day struggle because he shut down things.
For what? And how much did he shut down things? For 5.7 million dollars for a wall?
That wall that's not going to work, that we don't want, that shouldn't be there. You don't want a wall looking so bad on your landscape. What amazes me is I remember back when we were little, the United States government was criticizing Germany for having a wall.
Mm.
Remember, they had the East Berlin, and they had the wall dividing this part of Europe from that part of Europe. And then Reagan came on and said, "Tear down that wall." He's the president. Reagan was the
Sound
president.
like him too.
And everybody was cheering, "Yeah, tear down that wall. Them Germans got that wall up." And now, 20, 30 years later, they're talking about building a wall here to keep out 4,000 Mexicans. They say every year 4,000 Mexicans come over undocumented. Trump is out of his Trump is out of his damn mind. Trump is out of his damn mind, but Trump likes building things. I read Trump's book back in the day, and he said he wants to build the biggest structure in America that America has ever seen. That's what this is all about. He just wants to build something and put his name on it saying, "I did that." Because he was always building big buildings, skyscrapers, and somebody would come out with one taller. So then they would like say, "Well, I'm going to build another building, and it's going to be 10 feet higher than that one." So you can have the title of having the tallest building in that city or in the country. That's all he wants to do is build a monument. Unfortunately, it's coming at the expense, not of Mexico, like he said during his whole campaign and after his campaign. "We're going to build a wall and we're going to make Mexico pay for it." That's right, Mexico is going to pay for it. Now look up all these Trump voters and supporters. They look up and Trump is saying, "Nah, Mexico ain't paying for it. Your ass going to pay for it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to stop your ass from working." All my faithful supporters that love me and kiss my ass and will go down with a sinking ship and crabby ideas. Y'all can go down with me. Trump has these people hypnotized, brainwashed. I'm going on a tangent. I can easily see how, I can see how such a demonic institution like slavery took place. I can see it. When I see people saying, "I'm about to get evicted, but I stand by Trump. I voted for my standby. I can't eat or I can't pay for my medicine and I can't get this treatment I need, but I stand by him." I see how sheep, as in human sheep, are led by idiotic thought.
Wolves.
People who have real high levels of charisma really brainwash these people. And they weren't talking about R. Kelly brainwashing uh, 20 girls or 20
What
women.
about somebody brainwashing our whole country?
Trump is brainwashing millions of people, and they believe in this BS.
Yeah. Well, he really is working on this wall situation because this was something that he had on his campaign. And most of the other things that he said he was going to do have not come to fruition.
Nothing has.
So he wants this to come through.
Except for the tax cuts for the rich.
Right. But what he loves this. He likes to be in the press. He loves all this publicity because he wants to be that president who been the first to do everything. Because if you look at it from Trump's view, nobody else does anything but him. I'm the first president who did this. I'm the first president. So now he's going to go down in history as the first president who had the longest government shutdown in history. He don't care about how it affects people. He just care about being the first to do
Tell
whatever.
him, Shades. So
That's what he wants
so
to
how
do.
is he gonna say this may go on years when there's an election next year?
Because he's stupid and he doesn't know any
So
better.
he said this is gonna go on for years. How
Yeah.
do you know? How do you know? Because you can be voted out next year. Hopefully, something happens before that.
Thank
even if
goodness
he
we
gets
got
voted
some
out,
runners.
but even if he gets voted out next year and he's not impeached before then, the next person can just say, okay, the government is back up and running. So who in the hell is he to say this is going for years?
And the thing that gets me too, because his term is almost over, and that wall wouldn't make any sense if the next person comes behind him and says we don't want the wall now.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, even though it goes in, anything can be reversed and saying, okay, well, we really don't, or we need to modify this. We're gonna keep this in the sense of the money is going towards that wall, but it won't be as significant as he and elaborate as he wants it because we want to do something else.
Goddamn wall. Anybody out there? Y'all see the first brick go down? Y'all knock that guy. Y'all knock the brick off. Y'all take the brick, throw the brick, smash the brick. Don't let anything be built.
He's not going to be able to stop people from coming over because there's already underground tunnels for people to come through. You can go. I'm not going to say all the different ways people can come through because now they might be checking stuff. But there's so many different ways that things can happen. That wall is not going to stop nothing from happening. If you can't go through it, you can go under it and over top of
It
it.
was supposed to be a cement wall. Now it's supposed to be. He took his word back. He said now it's gonna be metal pole.
Oh,
Iron
whatever.
Blow up the wall, chop it, anything. Don't let that wall get a foot high. These are some wicked people.
Now, let me use his words. Isn't that fake news?
Everything he says is fake.
It's fake. I've never seen such.
Except for the racist stuff he's in there. He needs that racist stuff. That's real.
True. I've never seen a president lie so much, and I don't even think he remembers his lies.
He does,
because
but
he
he don't get
lies
caught
so
on it.
much when people bring it up. He'll change it up so quickly, like it never happened.
Right.
And you're looking at him like, are you looking at the same thing I'm looking at?
That's the whole point. I want you to believe what I tell you now. That's where he comes from.
And that's what's true now. What I said yesterday that was yesterday. Today is what I'm talking about.
If I lied to you yesterday, forget that. Just believe what I say now. And what I say tomorrow, forget if it's different from today. Just take my word for what I say at this moment.
That's right. He's the moment guy.
He's
the moment guy.
He's a con man. He's a salesman that doesn't deliver.
So is he a Billy McFarland?
He's a Russian. He's a Russian buddy, Russian spy, Russian associate, or Russian puppet because something's going on where they got some information or they're pulling some strings or something with him. But
that's right.
this is sad. Think about this because I know a lot of people are laid off in their offices, but it goes deeper than that. If you look at TSA and the safety of airplanes and everything, that's something that you have to think of because these people are working for free. And what if they don't want to work for free? What if they say, well, we're going to go find a job somewhere else? Then they lose all their government benefits and health and everything unless they find a great job on the side. So these people are actually working for free, which is, what do you call it when people work for free?
Slaves.
Slavery. And they're saying they're being forced. You hear that in the media now. You have to.
You have to work.
You have to
for
work.
free.
So I was
back in the field.
I was reading about since so many TSA agents are calling out, they had to shut down certain terminals. Mm-hmm. So if you shut down a terminal, you're not just affecting the TSA now because there are different restaurants on those terminals. So you may have restaurants, snack bars, coffee shops, Dunkin' Donuts, all these things. So that means that terminal is shut down, Popeyes, Sbarro's, whatever. All those stores are now closed because if the terminal is closed, there's no business to be done. Mm-hmm. So this is affecting everything. Police, I've seen policemen saying we're not being paid.
FBI agents aren't being paid.
Right. So and IRS. So I'm glad about them IRS. IRS, y'all are overpaid. Y'all should make about $5 an hour. I wish anyway, I'm not even gonna say that because I dislike IRS people. I really dislike them. actually had this guy contact me to do his resume. This some years back, and he got word of through word of mouth. He found out that I got a couple of people some raises or whatever or new jobs. So he contacts me, gives me his old resume, which was I said, oh yeah, I can really fix this up. But the first thing I see after I look at the structure and everything, I begin reading, and the first thing I see is IRS. And what did he do for the IRS? He developed software that had algorithms that detected what do you call it? That detected strange activity within tax returns or when you file taxes. So a person files their taxes, they can run the information through this man's software, and it would detect any little thing in there that didn't seem right, anything that seemed inconsistent. And these algorithms were more powerful or stronger than the previous software. Boy, I got so mad at that moment. And I like this guy because we worked out at the same gym, real cool. When I got this, I'm like, you one of them dudes that
keeping me from my money.
Yes, and he drove a really nice car. He had a really nice lifestyle, and I really wanted to put my foot in his ass. After I read that, I said, God dang.
Oh, God.
This brother is an IRS agent. So,
God.
this layoff is pretty horrible. You got people at food banks. It's supposed to be that they always say the greatest country in the world, most powerful country, and this and that. There are people who's supposed to have these strong, because people always were taught once you graduate, get a government job, get a government job, get a government job.
Yep.
These jobs, what's the term?
They secure.
You get
You got security,
you
benefits.
You got security. That word is security. Ignore the word that she said. Say it again.
Security. I know. Sorry, I got.
Somebody has braces. I already have my braces, so I used to say security too. Now she has to say security. But that was the thing, and that's been the thing even till last year. Get a government job for security. You want security.
But this is going to mess up the future people the future generation who wants a job. They're not going to go to the government for a job because they're not going to feel that secure after this shutdown. Look what it's shown you, that the government can take your job.
Instability.
And right now we don't have a leg to stand on. You're out of work.
Right.
Because people can't get along.
No, it ain't because people can't get along. It's because Trump.
Well, yeah,
wants to
that's
do
true.
something.
It is Trump. It is Trump's fault because he said on the news, "I'm going to shut the government
I'll shut this
down.
I'll shut this down. I'll shut it down. No, I'll shut it down." And now he's saying it's the Democrats' fault. He had the past 2 years to try to get funding for that from the Republicans, who outnumbered everybody.
Who didn't do a daggone thing.
They didn't want to do.
Now you want to blame us because we outnumbered you. Where in the Republican, the House, we outnumbered the Democrat. He just want to blame anybody but himself.
Well, that's all the time.
So he pushed the blame on everybody. Melania, he's blaming too.
Well, you keep messing with people's money. Even these Republicans are going to turn. Somebody out there, one of these Republicans, they turned on Kennedy.
But I'm telling you, if Congress money was wrapped up in this shutdown, they would not shut it down because they still get paid.
But they got a raise recently too.
But they still get paid. But if that was wrapped up in the government shutdown, where they didn't get paid,
of course,
too, it wouldn't have went to these 33 days. 33 days, y'all.
2 paychecks.
This Friday we supposed to get paid, and Shay's on the mic is getting nothing.
Man, I'll be at the White House jumping that fence. Well, he's not at the White House. He probably at.
He ain't at
Florida.
the White House.
He can be at
He
Florida.
hiding out.
He'll be at Florida in a couple of days, but it shouldn't be comfortable for Trump's family, Mike Pence. What's the other guy's name? the little corny.
I don't know.
Corny.
He fires people so much. I can't even remember who was in office and who's not.
The corny.
Who's on the cabinet and who's not on the cabinet.
Yeah, the corny white guy with the glasses. Real skinny, frail looking dude.
I can't think of his name.
Well, I wish I could just put down corny
frail
white dude that works with Trump in Google, but I can't.
He probably won't be there much longer because you know how he goes through his cabinet.
Well, I wish I had this guy. Oh, this is his name. What's his name right here? This is his picture right here. So corny dude, and these dudes they are not in touch with the people. And they need to get smacked up or something. Somebody to jack their asses up. What's this guy's name? Oh, this is his picture, but anyway.
They ain't showing his name?
This dude right there. He's an ass.
I can't think of his name. Yeah, I know you're talking about. Why ain't showing it? You sure if you go down, they ain't showing his name?
He is.
I'm surprised his name ain't under him.
No, they just said the government, blah, blah, blah. But these people out of touch, and there should be no rest for them. They should not be allowed to rest for what they're putting people through. And
it's not just the government workers. It's other entities that touch the government. Contractors. The restaurants around us, the metro. They're even thinking about cutting people from the metro because there's not a lot of metro riders.
So how enthusiastic are you going to be? I didn't even think about that. But how enthusiastic are you going to be if you had to work for free? Because I know one of the main concerns, you correct me if I'm wrong, but when I go back to work or when you guys open the government again, are we going to get back pay?
They say we were.
Yeah, but is it factual?
Well,
because you get a lump sum.
They're claiming that they're putting that into the whatever they're sending up to him that we supposed to get back pay. So it hasn't been signed. It's supposed to get signed. But the bad thing about it is the contractors may not be involved. But I heard that
contractors are done.
But I heard that what's her name, Bowser.
Okay.
Is writing something for them to give back pay.
But that's just here.
To the contractors.
The contractors in D.C. alone.
What is that other lady who's always outspoken in Congress, black lady?
Maxine Waters?
Yeah, she's supposed to be working it out for the contractors too. That they're just not the government workers.
But they need money now because they're not going to get back pay. So if they try to work something out, how can you work it out with contractors? But then y'all can get taxed too. So y'all can get extra taxes on these checks.
But the bad thing about it is not just the taxes that's coming out your check, it's also your health insurance that's coming out. Because now you're doubling up on that because every 2 weeks your health insurance and all the stuff that comes out of your check is on it's on there too. So you're supposed to pay that every 2 weeks your health benefits. That might get doubled because we missed 2 paychecks.
And if you're living check to check, or if you're one check away, so you're living every other check to every other check, that means that you about to be ass out.
And it's going to take a minute to catch up.
You're not going to be able to catch up if your rental agency or rent office says no, you got to go.
Well, luckily, there's some places are really working with the government workers, especially if you show the letter and you show your ID. They are working with you.
The banks, they want their money.
Yeah, but they're working with you too. Navy Federal.
Some of them are.
Now my mortgage company, I can say, is working with me because they understand what's going on. Well, so that's a plus.
They better understand because you don't want a whole bunch of people being foreclosed upon because of this. Because people can get mad, and I'm surprised people are so nice right now. It is amazing how Americans are.
Well, I'm surprised too. I'm thinking. I guess they want to be peaceful about it, but I'm surprised too because I'm ready to get people together and let's go to the White House.
But there are people out there.
Signs.
You know, there's people out there. Well, I mean more than pickets. But
I mean, we can't do but so much before going to jail.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta.
You gotta be peaceful.
Not you, but sometimes you gotta make some noise.
You do gotta make some noise, but you don't want to go to.
Louder than the sign.
You don't want no jail noise though.
Well,
I don't look good in orange. I'm sorry, orange is not the new black here.
Yeah, but orange is the new white. As far as the damn president.
With the white underneath.
The new white president is orange.
Right.
Oh my goodness, this guy is.
Off the chain.
He's a professional jerk. And now the little guys who were in the face of the Navajo or the Native Americans, now he's saying those guys are being mistreated by the press and inviting them to the White House and stuff. Yeah, Trump said that.
What?
Because he had that MAGA.
I saw that boy staring at him while he was doing the thing.
Little white boy had the MAGA hat on, and they're saying he's a victim. The black Israelites were out there saying racist things. I'm like, look, that MAGA hat brings racist
right
rebuttals, or it brings "I will whip your ass" replies, because that hat speaks a lot.
Volumes.
You walk around with that hat, you gonna get some bad looks, or you got that bumper sticker on.
But to me, like, you was trying to intimidate the
he was.
Dude. So I mean, you was all in his face like that, so it's partly your fault.
Intimidating.
Yeah.
Belittling. They were saying build a wall and all this kind of stuff. So you can't blame that on any black Israelites or anybody else. You talking about build a wall? That's in your heart. You saying that in these people's faces. These people were here before you.
Thank you.
These little white boys are crazy, but that's what they do. They, those little black kids, you know what happened to them. They'd really been getting.
It would have been a whole different
thugs on the thugs on the mall. Thugs come to Washington, but these little white boys from Kentucky, and that's, you talking about a super racist state? Kentucky is super racist. When I told my mother, when I went on my second book tour, I told my mother I was going to Kentucky, and she shut down. I'm not used to her, her voice changing. But she said, "Where?" I said, "Kentucky." She's like, "Where you stand? What is this? Don't do this." And then she told me some stories about Kentucky. She's military. She told me some crazy stories about when they went to a restaurant in Kentucky back when she was probably about 5 years in the military. Man, I'm telling you, them Kentuckians they are super racist. And I have a homegirl who lives there, and I asked her, "Why you still live here?" She was telling me about some racist things that they just go through racism all the time. Period. It's like it's nothing to them.
But she lit it.
That's why I asked her, but she said this is just where I grew up. I'm like, man, these people out here crazy. She was telling me she was in the movies, and there was one guy that kept yelling out the N-word every time the black guy was on the screen. Dumb. Oh, he's such a dumb. It's quiet. He's just a dumb. Oh, that's a stupid. Oh, he's just a dumb. And the entire movie he did it. Actually, it was Rush Hour 2. And he did that the entire movie. And people just take it there. And my mother's story was worse than that. But anyway.
Did you still go to Kentucky?
I was there.
Okay.
So when I told my mother, it was about 10 o'clock at night. I was headed to this woman's house, staying with her and her son, one of the people who put me up, and for free. And I was probably 40 minutes away from her house, and that's when my mother called, and I told her where I was. But
did you have anything racist happen while you was there?
Oh no, I ain't have a lot of interactions.
Okay, that was good.
Stayed at her place for I think 2 nights, and I didn't go out. Yeah, I didn't. It was nowhere to go. But I was mindful. I was super alert. Like I'm just regular alert. But when it comes to them towns with them Confederate flags all over the place, you gotta be extra alert. And then sometimes you're super bold, because I remember going to, I ain't even getting that story, but yes, the Trump shutdown, the ego,
and that's probably what's going to be called when this comes back up again. It's probably going to be called the Trump shutdown.
Rump, President Rump, dumbass gump. He's a gump. Old school term. He's a 100% gump.
Yeah. Well, all the workers and all the people, please make sure you check Facebook, and a lot of stuff is on Facebook about where to go, where to get groceries at, where to get help at. All the utility places are giving you extensions, so make sure you take advantage of those things.
Yeah, taking borders and part-time jobs.
And taking some part-time jobs, because I'm looking at DoorDash. There's some little part-time things, Instacart, Grubhub. You can deliver groceries, or you can deliver food to people. So it's a lot of little side jobs. I heard that Lyft and what's the other one? Lyft and what's Uber. Uber is saturated, so you might not
Yeah.
get you might not be able to get no job with them right now because they're really saturated with people with folks right now. So you might not get in there. But there's some other little side jobs. Even Fairfax County needs they need substitute teachers.
The
So
real
apply for that.
the real position we need is a new president.
Well, we're gonna be getting that hopefully in
The
2020.
real
We
position.
will have to wait.
The real position. I wish that position was vacant right now. We need a new president in this country. So, lyrics and lies. This administration is a big lie, a big fraud, and
Fake
a
news.
lot of sucker going on with this administration, and this has gotten out of hand, for real. But Money Green is out. I don't have anything more to
Shades
say.
on the mic.
You out too?
I'm out
All right.
for 33 more days.